I have a very big night planned this Saturday night. I am not going to see the new Avengers movie. I am not going to a playoff game. So what am I doing? Saturday night, I plan to stay up the entire night studying Torah. Why? Because it's Shavuot. Shavuot is the day that God gave us the Torah. That's how we celebrate it. A few years ago, I was in court, and a Jewish judge was presiding, and he was trying to pick a trial date. So he picked a date after looking at his calendar, and he said, all right, how about we try this case, some date, late May, early June. So I took my BlackBerry out, took a look at my calendar, and said, Your Honor, I can't appear on that day. It's a Jewish holiday. He said, 1 second. I'm Jewish. I know that Passover's in the spring, and I know that the high holidays are in the fall. There is no Jewish holiday in the summer, counselor. What are you talking about? And I said, Your Honor, it's Shavuot. He said, what's that? I never heard of it. I said, that's the day that Moses went up on the mountain and he came down with the Torah. It's a Jewish holiday. He said, all right, look, if you're representing to the court that there's a Jewish holiday in the summer, I'll accept that. But it's still a little suspicious to me. So why is that? Why is it that so many of us know exactly when Passover is and what it represents, but we don't know what Shavuot is, nor what it represents? So many of us have family over, we have a Seder, we have matzah, etc. A lot of fun on Passover. 50 days later, it's Shavuot. Never even heard of it before. And it's so ironic, because the whole reason that God took us out of Egypt was to give us the Torah 50 days later. And further, all those attempts to destroy us, all the persecution, the pogroms and the crusades and the inquisitions and the expulsions and the holocausts, all the anti-Semitism over all those years, and we're still here. Miraculously, we're still here. Why? You really think we're still here because of chicken soup or borscht? We're still here because of the Torah. And I'll tell you something. Every single one of you has a grandfather or a great-grandfather or great-great-grandfathers and mothers who, without a doubt, would have laid down their lives for the precepts in the Torah. And so why is it that we've forgotten this most special of days? I'll tell you what I think is one possible reason. Because we think that Passover is a check and Shavuot is a bill. There's nothing more exciting than you come home and you open the mail and an envelope has a check in it. Whatever kind of check, a paycheck, a refund, it's fantastic. You can cash it, you can deposit it, it's great. The next envelope has a bill in it. And you're saying to yourself, eesh, how am I going to pay this? Can't believe I spent this much on the credit card. Can't believe my wife spent so much on the credit card. And you really would like to take that bill and shove it in the drawer if you could, right? So that's what we're thinking. We're thinking Passover, that's freedom. That's rights, right? I can do anything. That's a reason to celebrate. That's a check. I'm going to go cash that check. Shavuot, that's a bill. The Torah, obligations, all those biblical injunctions, thou shalt not do this and thou shalt not do that. I just want to take that and kind of shove it in the drawer. And we miss out when we do that. Can you imagine you have your own family history book, leather-bound, gilt-edged, you have your little family escutcheon engraved or embossed on the cover. You don't think you'd be sitting when you were younger on your grandfather's knee, being regaled by all the stories in there about all your forebears? Oh, that was a great story, Grandpa. I want to hear the next one. Oh, you're not old enough for that one yet. Give it a few years, and a few years later when you're old enough, oh, now I'm old enough, I get to hear that story. Very exciting. And you do the same thing, I bet, with your kid. Put them on your knee, or her on your knee, and regale them with those same stories. It's your family history book. Well, guess what? You have a family history book. It's called the Torah. But when we treat it like a bill and we shove it in the drawer, we're shoving our own family history book in the drawer. And we're missing out on the Torah's depth and its breadth and its intensity and its beauty and its ability to bring us closer to God. So this Saturday night, this Shavuot, take 1 hour. Dust that family history book off the shelf, your own. And if you don't have a copy of the Torah, go to artscroll.com. Very easy. Order the stone chumash. I don't get any kickbacks. They'll overnight it to you. You'll have it for Shavuot. Start at the beginning. Just open up to Genesis. In the beginning. It's fascinating. Don't worry. The injunctions don't start till much later. You'll enjoy it. And who knows? You might keep reading those continuing chapters once you see just how fascinating it is. Have a great Shavuot.